Chat's with deep, going deep, Chad and JT.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Going Deep with Chad and JT podcast. This is episode 29, I think. Yeah. And
I didn't listen to one.
Yeah. What?
Thank you for letting us know up top.
Yeah.
In our audience.
So this is gonna be a brand new experience for you.
Have you had one girl on yet?
No, you're the first woman.
Yeah.
We've only had 2 guests though, so our ratio isn't awful.
Yeah. I'm stoked for the female energy to come in.
JT's here.
Oh, what up, JT is here. What up?
I'm typically the big pussy on the show.
Yeah, just like the fucking mountain from Game of Thrones. That's like my role. Yeah. Or more like the dude who hooks up with Khaleesi in the first season.
Oh, dude, Khal Drago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I super relate to that guy.
Yeah, that's getting my panties moist. That guy was tremendous. Jason Momoa. He's
JT
good.
Panties?
I don't actually wear panties, but one time in high school as a joke that no one compelled me to make, I wore panties to school.
How did that go for you?
Everyone was like, dude, he's wearing panties. What an animal. He's crazy. I was like, I'm wild. Yeah. And everyone's like, why'd you do it? I was like, it was a bet, but it wasn't a bet. I just decided to do it for attention, I guess.
Were they your mom's?
No, I bought him at like a cheesy Forever 21 store at the mall.
Yeah.
So you were like, I'm going to wear panties to school, went out and bought them. It wasn't even like you had them.
I think I was at the mall messing around in one of the stores, and then I bought them. Or you're actually right, and I did just plan the whole thing out from jump.
That's tight.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah.
You guys are hearing a new voice. This is another member of our squad, Hanna. What up, Hanna?
What up?
You want to say what up to the Stokers?
What up, Stokers?
Hanna was actually like kind of like we were a tripod, but then she took off for New York.
Yeah, I don't like New York. I do like New York, but I don't want to live there. It's too cold.
Yeah, it's too cold. It'd be better if I had way more money. I think it'd be way more fun.
Yeah.
I didn't have to take the subway. And
sort of like Vegas.
elevator.
Like, you got to go there with money.
Yeah, but at least in Vegas, you can be poor and find fun things to do. In New York, you have to eat dinner at CVS every night.
What's some fun stuff to do in Vegas on a budget?
I gamble on the dollar tables, the $5 tables. That's pretty manageable. Ride the roller coaster at New York.
How much is that?
$12. The lazy river at the MGM. That's all I got.
What about socially?
I mean, I guess Bumble's free. Tinder's free. How much is a pack of condoms? $3.45.
You buy the condoms?
Yeah, I get Magnum condoms, and I'm like, if it doesn't fit, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Without pushing too deep into this too quick, when you like meet a guy and you guys are gonna hook up and he does have a condom, are you like, all right, this guy's a gentleman? Like, I appreciate that this guy came prepared.
Not really. It's more like if a guy doesn't have a condom, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
That's interesting because if it's like a first date or something, I've had instances where I like brought a condom, you know, and the girls are like, "You brought a condom? Well, you're just expecting to bone?" And I'm like, I don't know what to do here.
Right.
Because
but you were in the situation where you needed it.
Yeah.
And then they were pissed that you had one.
Yeah.
It's
And
like,
so
I saw your profile, bitch.
Like you are naked in front of me right now. It seems like my inclination was correct.
I was thinking correctly, but
Yeah.
it really threw me off because then I started and then they'd be like, "What the fuck, you idiot?" And I'm just like, well, you guys are sending really mixed signals, you know? Because like, I bring one, she gets pissed. I don't bring. Yeah, should I just
You're like,
wear
all right.
one at all times? Be like, I just wear one.
No, you have to just have it in your
Constrain your
pocket.
dode though, blood flow, man.
Oh, good call.
No, always bring it and then be like, actually, you know what? I might have one. This is so weird.
Oh, good call.
I have them in my car. So,
Hannah's so smart.
but usually by the time I'm like naked, I'm like, yeah, it's in my car. So
I got one on me just in case I have to loan it to a friend when we're out. So yeah, I guess I'll use it for myself if that's the deal.
Yeah, I just happen to be. I feel like there are free condoms everywhere. Yeah, I think a guy who doesn't ever have condoms, it's like, what do you, especially if you're at their place. If I'm at their place, I'm like, you don't have condoms in your room?
Oh, yeah.
What have you been doing?
So do you typically perceive that as a guy who can't get laid, or do you think that's a guy who just doesn't want to wear a condom?
It depends on what they look like.
Exactly.
Like if I was with Chad and I'd be like, oh, this guy doesn't want to wear a condom. But if I was with JT, I'd be like, oh, fuck, this guy never fucks.
Wow, that's intensely disrespectful.
But like,
Epic.
come on.
I'm down. Whatever.
Legends. Well, we can talk about a little mishap we had last night because I was hanging out with Hanna, and then I saw her parents. I met her parents, and
Nice.
Hanna and I were gonna go scoot. We were gonna go hop on some bird scooters and hit the town. And I met her dad, and he's like, "What up, Chad?" And I'm like, "What up, dog?" And Hannah's like, "Yeah, we're just gonna go scooter." And her dad gives this look, and he's just like, he like raises his eyebrows. He's like, "All right, I'll see you guys later." Like all pissed and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Because I think he thought scootering meant boning.
Whoa,
Yeah.
interesting.
And then I called my mom this morning. I was like, did you think that we were going to have sex? And my mom was like, your dad did. So.
Well, again, that speaks to your sexual charisma. That right away, I think you could have said any word. You could have been like, "Yeah, we're gonna go eat Chinese food." He's like, "They're fucking."
No, but
He's
if
like-
my dad only knew my roster, he would be so lucky if Chad was on it.
Oh,
He'd be
thank
like,
you.
Chad's a good looking guy.
He's a great looking guy.
But I just want to thank you guys. But I just wanted the scooter, you know? I was kind of offended
I get
that he
it.
thought
I get
was,
it.
No, no.
Oh, like Chad, like over. No, I'm not boning her.
no,
I'm not. Come on.
no, I just thought he thought I was a bad guy. I'm like, dude, seriously, we're going to go scooter.
I was gonna tell you guys before this. I was just at Starbucks, and I get my thing, and I get 2 of the Bantam bagels, you know, where the cream cheese is stuck in them, like Gushers or whatever. And then I look at the guy next to me, and he's just sitting there on his phone right by the entrance, big buff dude, and he's sending a photo of himself on all fours, butt naked, to somebody.
Wait, in Starbucks?
I look down at his phone. He's like holding it like this. The entrance is right behind him. I'm just like where the straws and napkins are. I just look over, I guess rudely, but I wasn't expecting anything. I look at his phone, and he's just sending a big ass photo of himself, like on all fours, like.
Oh, he wasn't
Like the
naked at
gorilla
the Starbucks taking
No,
it.
he wasn't on all fours sending the photo. He was. I should clarify. He looked like the gorilla from Rampage in the photo, like the same posture, and he was sending a nude photo of himself to somebody.
Dude, I'm stoked on his openness.
Yeah.
I hope
I
we can
think
all
that's-
start sending nude photos
I feel like I
in
see it all the
public.
time. Like I'll see people like on the subway just Tindering or whatever. I'm like, have we no shame anymore?
I think they want people to see it. I went up to him afterwards and I was like, "Dog, I want you to know, like, I'm not judging you. I hope whoever gets that is really gonna pound that ass."
You
and-
said that to him?
Yeah.
Good.
And how did he respond?
He was like, "My dog. That's what's up. Thank you for not judging me, and I appreciate you bringing it up to me." And I was like, "All right, later, dude."
I love how you have to go up to a guy and tell him you're not judging him. You are judging him. You know?
I guess I was judging him a little bit.
But I bet he's stoked that you want his ass to get pounded.
Yeah, no, I think that's true too. Like I was super open-minded about
Yeah.
whatever the sitch was. I guess I was overcompensating because I just didn't want him to feel like I was judging him.
Yeah.
Maybe he was testing you in a way. He's like, let's see how tolerant this dude really is. 'Cause
Yeah.
Maybe you'd be like, "Oh, dog, is that your ass or something?" And he'd be like, "Get that shit out of here," you know. But instead,
that
you
was his-
pass the test. He'd be like, "Dude, get that ass pounded. Like that's what's up. I'm glad you're sending that photo." So
Exactly.
I think he passed the test.
I think he also
Or
was
he was
like,
hitting on you, JT.
I didn't even say nah. I didn't even say anything. I just looked at him and I winked.
And then you walked off with your iced tea held by 2 hands.
Yeah.
You're like, "Dude, that's not my cup of tea." Dude, that's not my cup of tea. But I'm glad you're gonna get railed.
Yeah, I'm just glad people are fucking. Yeah,
Yeah.
any which way they do it. All right, should we get into some of these articles?
Yeah.
Dude, Jimmy Garoppolo, the quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, formerly Tom Brady's backup, super handsome guy, like maybe even better looking than Tom Brady, people say, depending on your taste. He got in trouble for going on a date. Or didn't get in trouble, but a lot of people made hay about him going on a date with a porn star,
I saw that.
Kiara Mia, who's a voluptuous woman.
Why were they so pissed?
I don't know. I don't know if they were pissed, but like everybody was talking about it, and I
Yeah.
think it just like brought unwanted attention to
Yeah.
the team and stuff like that.
Dude, you know, society needs to just like let him be, man. You know, as long as he's scoring touchdowns, let him, you know, date whoever he wants. And I totally respect him going for a porn star. You know, that's probably a new frontier that he hasn't explored. So
I'm sure he's explored that frontier.
I just feel bad. It feels like this is gonna dissuade him from like going on a follow-up date with her. And if he loves her, you know, that's beautiful.
Well, then if he really likes her and is super into her, then it won't matter and he won't care.
Yeah, that's true.
But if he's doing it because he thinks she's hot and he's not truly into her, it's either superficial or it's not. So he's not going to care what people think, or he is, and then he doesn't like her that much. Porn stars are cool people. Yeah, you have to be very open-minded and
And not very pretentious.
yeah.
Yeah.
I met Alexis Texas once.
Nice.
Yeah,
and-
beautiful butt.
Yeah. 'Cause-
Amazing.
Yeah, my friend used to walk her dog, so we like hung out with her one night. And she's like very cool.
Excellent.
And I try not to.
Very-
Sorry.
No, just
I mean, I try not to jay off to porn anymore. You know.
yeah. I don't know if I could date a porn star. I think I would be. But my friend fucked a porn star, and she said it was the best sex of her life. And I was like, well, it better because it's their job.
That's
Which one did
awesome.
she fuck?
I forget his name.
Lexington Steele?
No,
Damn it.
I forget his name. I
James
I
Dean.
heard, he,
Manuel Ferrara.
I heard Lexington delivers the rail.
J Mac.
I don't know male porn
Xander
stars enough.
Corvus.
I don't know JJ.
Jesse Jones.
Dude, it's definitely Jesse Jones.
The fact that you know so many is just.
I know all of them though. I know the guys and the gals.
I can't even watch porn because of the tattoos. It takes me out of it.
Yeah.
With the bandanas. Throw me off.
What bandanas?
Like, I saw a guy just wearing a bandana. I was like, dude, like, are you in a biker gang or something? That would actually be cool.
Oh, Johnny Sins. Yeah.
Is it Johnny Sins?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, you're not a priest if you have tattoos all over your neck. Or like a teacher or a school. You know what I mean? It really takes me out of the storyline.
I was thinking if they're like super old.
It's
Oh.
disgusting.
Yeah, I'm just like, dude, aren't you like tired? You know?
Did you guys do you guys know who I'm gonna sound like 95 years old. Do you guys know who Takeshi?
That rapper?
Yeah.
Yeah, why is this, if you don't mind me, why are we talking about this? This is so sad.
What do you mean it's sad?
He got like beat the shit out of him for a bunch of jewelry.
I thought it was interesting how positive he was about the whole situation.
Because he could have died.
But in this circumstance, he said some people are still like not certain if it's the truth, but like 3 guys kidnapped him, beat the shit out of him, took like a bunch of his jewelry, like a ton, like 250,000 worth or something. And then afterwards he was like, yeah, I'm just happy, like I get to see my daughter again and stuff. Like he had the most like optimistic worldview on it. I was like, that's kind of beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's because he didn't die. Like, it could have been way worse.
But
And,
he didn't even seem traumatized. He was just like, yeah, I'm back. I was like, fuck yeah.
I mean, that guy looks like he's seen a lot of shit.
Yeah, I do like how pumped he was that he made it out, and he's just like, nice, I made it through.
Also, who was I guess a lot of people. I'm like, who was $250,000 worth of jewelry? But
I do think it's much cooler that he's saying, yeah, I made it out, it's awesome, instead of just being like, man, that sucked, you know?
yeah,
Yeah, I respect anyone who's been through something like of like extraordinary suffering and they come out the other side with like just like I took away positive things from it still.
that's true. I know if the waitress gives me a real Coke instead of a Diet Coke, I'm fucking pissed.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you know what I just consumed?
Dude, I'm even more pissed. I got a Poke Bowl last night. With
On a date?
On my date, and I asked for a greens base because I'm trying to go full keto. They gave me rice.
Oof.
I was livid.
All right, Chad, I've seen you eat some sandwiches, so.
Yeah, but I'm full.
Years ago.
Yeah, we discussed this
Even in New York
a few
a while.
pods ago. I've made some mistakes in my time. You know, I was open about it. I admitted it.
Did
but
you eat the
now-
rice?
No.
Oh, you just ate.
He walked
Yeah.
out of the pokey place.
I walked out. I was like, let's
You
go find.
flipped the chairs and left.
Yeah.
I was like, Poke Shack, I love you, but we're going to Sweet Fin. So we went to Sweet Fin.
Sweet Fin's
And she's
bomb.
like, why don't you just get like a different base? I'm like, they betrayed me. Like they, you know, I come here like every day and they know. Dudes, Mission Impossible comes out tonight. Do you guys want to see it?
I'm pumped.
I
I can't tonight.
can't either.
You guys fucking. What kind of Tom Cruise?
I think
fans
you
are
should go solo
Midnight?
on a
You mean
lime.
Midnight?
You should ride a lime
Ride
to
a
it.
lime?
Yeah.
Dude.
Like Tom would. I saw some background on like the motorcycle stuff they did, and they were like, "Yeah, the camera rig wouldn't work, the safety rig wouldn't work, so we just did
Awesome.
it without it." Yeah,
Awesome. He's like, yeah, just shoot it. I'll just go around that corner as fast as I can. I'm like, God, he's such a beast.
yeah, he's got the energy of a fucking supernova.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those movies, and I don't really plan on it, to be honest.
The tone, Hannah. the tone. So dismissive over what's probably behind Fast and Furious or in a close tie with it, the best film franchise going.
Oh, with
Yeah.
Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
You don't like Tom Cruise?
No.
What?
I don't believe in Scientology.
So I
So
don't believe in like.
it's science. You don't like science?
Not really.
I don't believe in paganism. I still think Alexander the Great did a good fucking job.
Yeah.
Okay, you got me there.
I don't believe in
Also, I don't believe such a small guy could go through. I mean, I guess he could jump through.
he
hoops.
does all his own stunts.
Did you know I'm 5'8"?
He does all the yeah. He still looks young and virile. He probably, gets boners like it's no problem.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
Yeah,
Dude,
if a
'cause
guy
he
walks
does
into
his
the
own
room,
stunts.
He thinks boner, looks down,
Yeah.
and he's hard.
Yeah. He's always hard.
you
too
know,
messy.
I bet that guy at Starbucks was sending Tom Cruise a photo of him crouched down.
I hope
Oh
so. I hope Tom is getting guys on all fours being submissive to his
Yeah.
ultra persuasive, awesome, charismatic, fully developed masculinity.
Yeah. I've sent some photos to Tom. That shirtless one, like, nice work on those stunts. Dude, so one thing I've been focusing on lately is body language.
Oh, it's huge.
Working on my body language.
Yeah, I think that's good. No, mine is terrible sometimes, dude. I realize I'm like, you can crush somebody just with like your body language.
Yeah.
How do you crush someone with your body language?
Be open and, dominate your space.
I like how JT considers himself a good dancer, but he's all neck.
I'm a good dancer.
He's a good dancer. Have you seen his hip movement in the Let Me Love You
I did.
Melania video?
Yeah. I thought, yeah.
Hannah Banana, in your heart of hearts, you don't think I'm a good. I may not be as good as I think I am, but you think like I'm on the lower half of the spectrum.
I was the captain of my high school dance team.
It's
I
not a
don't know how you-
competition.
Always a competition. It's life, baby. And I would argue that you would have not made the team over a dick.
And a lot of our listeners are young men who are trying to make their way in
How
the world.
young are we talking?
I think like high school to college, and they're trying to
Nice.
make their way in the world of romance. What would be your like tips to them on how to be more effective in that field?
I feel like I'm the wrong person to ask. No, I think it's. I feel like high school ruined me to set me up, because I was so in love with someone and they just broke my heart. And then I went to college at USC where
And you
guys
went on a
just
tear, right?
Not really, but I didn't have sex until sophomore year. Well, actually, no, I did once freshman year, but it was so bad and it was like not real sex. I don't count it
Why was it not real sex?
because he like couldn't really get hard, so it wasn't really working.
Yeah.
And
Was that
Is that a
nervousness
lot?
on his part? No, it's not. a
no,
lot.
he was just hammered.
Right.
Um,
What's it like to hook up with like a really drunk guy?
it's it's so bad.
Because they like breathe a lot and stuff.
Yeah, but I usually don't hook up with a guy who's like so hammered.
Yeah.
Because I don't take advantage of people. I just think guys shouldn't.
Worry about it as much.
Well, I don't know if guys do. Do
No,
they?
they worry about it a lot.
I
Yeah.
think if you like someone, then you should ask them out and court them because girls still want that regardless of. It's nice to be wanted and appreciated.
Yeah.
But
In
if
a
a girl
courteous
says
way.
no, you gotta stop.
Yeah.
It's weird. I feel like the guys who ask me out are the ones who I don't want to ask me out, and then they like keep asking when I say no, and then guys that want to ask me out don't. And I've asked out a guy, and he said no.
Did you keep asking?
No.
Do you think?
I never spoke to him
Do you,
again.
do you think with guys it has as much to do with the girl, or do you think it's more about like beating the game or whatever? Like they're like, oh, this girl said no to me. They're like, I can't handle rejection. I have to like rectify this loss as they perceive it.
What you're asking if guys
Like when guys keep asking the same girl out and she keeps saying no, do you think it's really about the girl, or do you think it's more about?
I think it's more about the chase, right?
Right.
Because it's like,
Just
oh,
getting
she
that
said
W.
no. Yeah. But I also think, I don't know. If you like a girl, then you should just ask her out. Don't be afraid to ask her out. And it's just and it's hard because I get it. You don't want to be shot down, but it's like, I think just asking someone else that then you get your answer. I mean, it's easier said than done, and I know, but it's not that big of a deal if they say no. And guys who have asked me out who I didn't want, who I said no to, and they were just like, okay, and whatever.
You like them more after that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, wow, he's really cool. Like,
Yeah, he has boundaries. He
Yeah.
respects me. Yeah, I
he
totally
wanted
agree.
it, and then I said
Yeah.
no, and he was like, okay, and then just like moved on with his life. I was like, wait, What about me?
Right.
Wait, you're over it? Like, you don't care?
Yeah, wait, like you're in control of your feelings and you
Yeah.
can take direct.
Wow, you're mature
Responses?
enough to
Yeah.
take it and move on with your life? That's so hot.
Right.
And then I did go back once and ask out a guy.
Who had asked you out that you had
Yeah,
rejected?
because it was like he took it so well and was so cool about it. I was like, oh, wow, you're actually a great person.
Right.
So what you find attractive, would you say, are like dudes who are like living their lives like really involved in their thing, and then so they don't like act like they like need you. Is that what?
Yeah, but I also,
Or you're just saying like they listen.
Yeah,
They
a guy,
listen.
but I also think that's attractive too. If a guy like
Yeah.
has something he really likes, or if he's really into a certain,
They have passion.
yeah, they have passion for something and
Yeah.
they want to do something and they're very involved in that and like try that for that, and that to me is attractive.
Yeah.
Even if, because I hate people are like, oh, girls only want to date rich dudes. That's not true. Just it's like unsuccessful losers who don't want to do anything. That's unattractive.
Yeah,
but
people
someone
who are
who's like,
unmotivated.
yeah, motivated and trying to do something. It doesn't matter how much money they have.
Yeah,
That's
you
why
can-
like Conor McGregor had that his wife for so long, because he was so motivated to do what he wanted to do and was so passionate about it. I'm sure that's what turned her on to him. It didn't matter that he was poor and like a loser.
Did
It
you
was
watch
just
that
his-
documentary?
No, but I have seen his dick through his pants and it's huge.
Oh, you
So
thought it
maybe
looked
that's-
huge?
Yeah.
I thought it looked like normal.
When he wore those at his son's birthday party?
Those red briefs or whatever. You're talking about
No.
the Instagram photo that came out. He has a photo out now where he's like got a heart on.
Oh, no, Becky Instagrammed it. It was like, or storied it, and he was at his son's birthday party wearing just like regular shorts, and you could see an outline of his dick, and I was like, damn.
Okay, let's get into our of the weekers.
Okay.
We'll start with you, Hannah. Who is your babe of the week?
My babe of the week is Margot Robbie. I saw her last night.
You swear.
Saw her at Mazza Pizza. She's so hot. She's in real, because she looks like a little, I think on screen sometimes she comes across as a little like, her feet, she's strikingly beautiful, but it could be,
Like just a camera?
I don't know. She could be one of those in real life. She looks a little weird. You know, like some of those models.
Like too sharp
Yeah.
of features or whatever?
Yeah, but I saw her last night and I was like, wow, this girl is hot.
Striking.
Yeah. Or, I'm just dropping names right now. Dolph Ziggler, met him. Fucking, whew.
Who?
He's
Wrestler.
a WWE wrestler.
Dolph Ziggler?
Dolph Ziggler.
Tell him what happened when you talked to him.
What do you, oh, so I was interviewing him for something, and I was so nervous that I had to do my intro like 3 times because I was like, hi, it's and it was like so obvious how nervous I was. My director was like, can you go have a drink, please? Like, you are so nervous. And it was just like I just didn't expect him to be so hot. So when I was interviewing him, I was having a very tough time talking to him. But we were kind of flirty. And then I found out he dated Amy Schumer. So I was like, all right, I have a chance.
Is that the inspiration for her movie?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, with the John Cena character?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess, yeah.
What was Margot Robbie eating?
I just saw her outside of it. And I was
okay.
like, that's Margot Robbie.
Yeah,
It's
you
one
gotta
of those
freak
people.
out. Yeah.
But I would just, yeah, I don't, it's weird when I still see, because I feel like living in LA, I've become, I mean, that sounds like douchey, but it's like, you're like, oh, whatever. It's like
You're
another
jaded.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then someone like Margot Robbie, it's like, holy shit. And her husband, who I don't know who he is, but he is so hot too. And
Oh,
her
really?
mom's hot. She was her husband and her mom. I was like,
Just a hot crew.
just a hot, I want to look like her mom. Like, I would
Yeah.
settle for looking like her mom.
Yeah. I want to look like her mom.
Do you know what she looks like?
No, she sounds hot.
She's hot.
She looks like Margot. Margot's beautiful, and she's a good actress.
Yeah, great
Yeah.
actress. And she's very small.
Although I thought I, Tanya was garbage.
I thought it was garbage too.
And she totally knew that they were going to
Thank you.
Nancy Kerrigan.
That is what I said. I was like,
Yeah.
this movie pisses me off because it's like, she knew the whole time.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, she was like abused. Like, that is, I'm like, oh, she was abused. Like, you know, it is sad she was abused.
Right.
But it's also
But that
like,
doesn't excuse you from being a bad person.
Yeah,
She
exactly.
didn't abuse the person who abused her. She abused some innocent person.
Yeah.
And then also, like, I just imagine Nancy Kerrigan watching the Golden Globes at home, you know, and just seeing Tanya Harding at a table with Margot Robbie and all these famous people and just, like, being like...
But I think Nancy Kerrigan, like...
is above it.
Is above it. She has a family now. She looks happy. 'Cause they interviewed her, too, and she seems like she's in a good place. So I think I don't know.
That's true Zen. Yeah.
If you're just at peace. Have you read the book, The Art of Not Giving a Fuck?
Yeah, we both did. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, and that book, it explains that exactly.
After I was done with that book, I threw it aside and said, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, but I feel like you give a lot of fucks, JT.
I give the most fucks, actually.
Chad gives no fucks. He's like not even listening. Chad, are you still looking at the girl from last night?
No, I was just thinking about Margot Robbie.
Oh, I couldn't see your hand, so.
Who's your babe of the week? Chad, who's your babe of the week?
My babe of the week is
What was your date's name? Megan?
yeah.
Can I not say that?
My baby of the week is Britney Spears.
Ew.
Nice.
What?
First of
Britney
all,
Spears circa like early 2000s.
Yeah, when she was still present.
yeah, Marilyn Monroe. Let's do babes of the week that don't exist anymore.
Man,
the ghost
tough,
of Christmas
tough
past.
crowd.
Yeah.
Chad's only
You know-
giving her a temporary babe status, and Hannah's like, she's been kicked out of the babe club
Yeah,
completely.
what do you have
Yeah.
against Britney, bitch?
I don't have anything against her, but I wouldn't call her a babe anymore.
Well,
She's entered a new phase where, I mean, it's not. I don't even think her babeness now is reduced because of her looks. It's just she's not. She's so medicated.
yeah.
But what were we gonna? Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't even want to do my baby.
Yeah.
Just tore her down. Your baby of the week is who? Ew.
God, I can't wait to see that grizzly from last night.
Dolph Ziggler. How about you get the fuck out of this podcast? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna stick up for Britney because what up, Britney? Yeah, Britney. She just like honestly was like the first, probably one of the first like female celebrities. I was like, whoa.
She's the first female celebrity you jacked off to.
Probably. You know, she just actually I listened to some of her songs recently and she really cranked out some hits.
Yeah, but you know she didn't write any of those.
Well,
Hannah.
she performed. Yeah,
I'm being
this is
so
supposed to have a
negative.
positive.
Yeah, like
vibe.
we get it. Britney Spears isn't like the greatest artist in
I'm
history.
just saying, we had a
Yeah.
week to prepare these
We're
babes.
trying.
Yeah.
And that's who Chad picks.
We're
Like,
trying to exemplify her better qualities in
Yeah.
this period.
Yeah, you just talked about Margot Robbie getting a fucking pizza.
Which
Still
I thought
hotter
was
than
great
Britney
too.
Spears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
can I
they're-
change my babe of the week?
No.
No, yeah. After
If you're
we've all
gonna
done our
trash
babes.
my babe.
I want to change it to John Mayer because I know he follows you on Instagram. So I'm
Yeah,
trying to
we're-
fuck John Mayer.
He's my dog.
Okay. Every
Every-
dude thinks they're
Yeah,
every dude thinks they're friends with John Mayer. So I changed it to John Mayer. John, if you're out there, I live in New York, but I know he's probably bi-coastal. And
Hannah with 3 babes this week.
Yeah, and just trashing mine.
wait, can I add another one?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
So Brittany, let me just gather my thoughts.
What's your favorite Britney song?
Or
Ooh,
video.
it's gotta be "Baby One More Time." When I first saw "Baby One More Time," I was like, "Whoa, who is that?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, that
And-
was the general consensus, I think.
Yeah.
Until she got so big.
Yeah, and then like you know, I listened to some of her songs and they were bangers. You know, I did some sprints to them. I was really pumped. on it.
Stronger.
Yeah, stronger, overprotected, "Baby One More Time,"
Yesterday.
and I just remember those Pepsi commercials. So,
What about the VMAs when she had the snake on her?
just so many just amazing performances where you're just like it was so memorable, and then like the kiss with Madonna. So I just want to give her props for being just like, you know, sort of a central figure in entertainment for that amount of time and dominating that space until she had her breakdown. But
And I think the breakdown, and like we're all complicit in it. Like I remember
Yeah.
watching it, I'm like, she's such a psycho. I was like, no, dude, she's like overwhelmed.
yeah,
Has no one to trust.
I totally
Yeah.
get it.
It's
So-
once you become an adult, you realize the breakdown was not even that big of a deal. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
that's completely normal.
Yeah.
Well,
You know how
yeah.
many times a day I think about shaving my head?
When she did the kiss with Madonna, you know, they cut away from Christina Aguilera. They just cut to everybody's reactions. And it pissed Christina Aguilera off so much. And I remember she did an interview later and she's like, Britney Spears only did that for attention.
Yeah.
And then they asked Britney about it and she was like, she kissed her too. And I was like, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, effectively parried.
Oh yeah, they kissed each other. Or she Madonna kissed Christina too?
Yeah, Madonna kissed Christina too, but they almost didn't capture it on camera. Whoever was running like the production room was
Yeah.
like, cut to the crowd, and they
Yeah.
basically you only caught the tail end of the Christina kiss.
Yeah.
So I think she felt a little short shrifted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think I would rather kiss Britney than Christina. I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just, she just, whenever I think about her, she brings me back to that nostalgic kind of like young horniness. And I like that.
Nice.
Yeah, and she's a trooper, survivor.
Oh, and like at the state fair, like the OC fair as a kid, like I was so trying to win those midway games or whatever the fuck, where you're like throwing like a baseball at like
pins or something.
Yeah, or you're like throwing darts at balloons, because I wanted to win a Britney photo.
Nice.
Did you want it?
I wanted the Britney photo.
That's awesome.
And I just put it by my bed, and you can imagine what happened after that.
Job well done.
Do you still have it?
No.
Got too sticky?
Yeah.
You don't come on the thing.
You don't?
Just come on
Yeah.
your chest. Make it as real as possible.
I guess you can, yeah.
Just go, thank you, Brittany.
My baby of the week is Chad.
Nice.
Yeah, we were getting changed in the same room the other day, and his abs were popping,
Can I see it?
and his lats were
Why?
springing. And I was like, damn, because I know he's been working on the diet, and I know he's been doing some more weightlifting and stuff, and incorporating some more
Child, let me see
upper
your
body. Hannah, can we? He's a human being. And then
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
yeah. And he just looks phenomenal. So
Thank you.
I'm just pumped on it, and I just congrats, dude. It's paying dividends.
Thank
I
you.
like what I'm seeing.
Well, you look good too, man.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I've been keeping it tight this week because I'm doing a weekend at a pool, so
Yeah.
it's it's high time to get sharp. What?
Yeah, we gotta do it. I'm just kidding. Am I being too mean?
No, that's who you are.
Okay.
Gosh,
Oh, remember when you called me doughy, JT?
I do remember that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, but you would not stop saying it
Yeah.
was the wrong thing to say, but you kind of baited me over like 4 hours into saying it. I mean, you talked about how you were worried about your physical appearance for like 4 hours.
So then you went in to say you're doughy?
I finally said, you're like, I'm fat. I'm like, you're beautiful. You're beautiful.
A
And
little
then,
doughy?
And then I said this, and then you said, I'm really, really fat. And after 4 hours of me just saying you were nonstop anything but
I just gone to a bank and the teller told me I was fat.
which was horrible, and he was wrong.
Hey, can I take a loan out? Sure, fat ass.
It's sure fatty. I was called a bubble-headed fat blonde the other day.
Do you remember what else you told me though that day when I was trying to cheer you up? I said, all my friends think you're gorgeous, and you said, yeah, for you.
Damn.
You kicked me out of your car that day. You got somebody because you complained so much about your looks for so many hours. I finally said, you know what you need to do? Go feed the poor.
Thank you're telling my dad. Thank God this is a podcast so people
Yeah.
can just imagine what I look like.
You're hot.
Okay.
Chad, who is your legend of the week?
My legend of the week is my dad.
Nice.
What up, Dad? Yeah, I mean, he's legend of the week every week, of course, but I just have to cite this this moment in time because my stepmom just recently sent a photo of him on a wakeboard boat doing pull-ups off the bar.
Whoa.
And I was like, he is always on it, always doing pull-ups. And I was like, that is the dude who's never going to stop his mission to crank out as many pull-ups as possible.
How old is your dad?
He's like 72,
And how many pull-ups does he do a day?
like 300.
Your dad's hot.
He does 300 pull-ups a day at 72,
I think he's decreased a little bit, but that's what he was doing. Like,
but he's still triple digits, right?
I think so.
Fuck, dude.
Now he's been more into push-up rows as of late, but he's always cranking it out.
Like with dumbbells?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
but he's just a beast, total role model, hardworking dude. He always taught me about working hard, staying fit, eating right, being a stand-up dude, and he sort of always exemplified that for me. So I just want to give him a shout out for being a beast, and just, even when you're on a wakeboard, even if you're wakeboarding, stokers, you still can do pull-ups. And my dad, like, they'll go camping and stuff, and my dad brings a portable pull-up bar. That's how committed he is to his lats. And so he's just a beast. And yeah, so I just want to say what up to my dad. You're my legend. Thank you for being the best. And thank you for working hard, being a hardcore surgeon. He's still working. He loves to work. He's very passionate about his work, which I think is really cool. Because he's like, yeah, I love doing surgery. I'm like, total respect. So yeah, I just really look up to him and just want to give him props.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dr. Kroger, you're a beast.
Thanks, Dr. Krog.
Who's your legend of the week?
My legend of the week is the creative director of IHOP. Now IHOP, because you know how they switched and they said now they're like, oh, it's a joke. It's not. I saw on Hollywood Boulevard that they changed the sign. So it wasn't a joke, but it went over so poorly, they're trying to go back and say it was a joke.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's a pretty big move for that person in charge there.
That's
They
a
really
couple of big moves.
What was the name change again?
It went from IHOP to IHOB. And
International House of Bacon?
burgers.
Oh, burgers.
Which I had once gone to IHOP with this girl blacked out, and she convinced me to get the burger because she said they were their secret amazing thing on the menu, and it was pretty good. But they went back to IHOP, and they were like, we were just kidding. But they weren't. I just think it went over so poorly, and they got so much shit for it. They were like, we're kidding, but they had already changed shops to IHOB.
Whoa.
So that person's a pretty big legend because they fucked up royally.
Yeah, so do you respect the fact that they're trying to cover it up as a joke?
No, I think they need to own it.
Just stick to your guns and stay as Burger?
Yeah, just stay as Burger. I think you look stupid now.
Yeah, I didn't think they should have switched to Burger from Pancakes, but I do respect that they took a chance and they were like, to save this business, we'll go all the way from from Pancakes to Burgers.
Yeah, I just think that it's like I thought it was kind of smart because it got a lot of attention.
Yeah.
And I don't think I still won't eat at IHOP. I don't give a shit.
You'll eat there if you're hammered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll eat anywhere if I'm hammered, and I'll eat anything. But so that person's a pretty big legend.
Nice.
Breakfast food is my favorite meal of the day, so it really, really followed the story.
What's your favorite breakfast item?
I like eggs and bacon. And I really like pancakes too, but I'm also trying to lay off the carbs. Not to get jacked, but just so that... Like that girl at the pool. I want to look like that girl at the pool yesterday.
Which
Chad,
girl?
There was this girl at the pool, and she had the flattest stomach. Why the fuck are you on Instagram? I'm telling you a story right now.
Keep going.
So... Is that too aggressive?
No.
Okay.
She did have I think I know who you're talking about.
You do know who I'm talking about. There was a girl at the pool yesterday, had the flattest stomach I've ever seen in my life. Her body was so small, but she had the fattest ass I've ever seen. Like, her body was perfect. And me and Nicole Amy were like, holy shit, that girl's body. And JT's like, where? I don't see her. I don't know who you're talking about. And we're like, oh, you don't see her? He was trying to play dumb. Like, I have no idea what you guys mean. All girls are beautiful.
I was being a little coy.
Oh, so you knew?
Oh, yeah.
100%.
I spotted her like hours before they did.
Why wouldn't you admit it? That seems so unlike you.
Well, just to make them laugh.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but this girl's
And to make them
body-
feel like they were the most beautiful girls in the world.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, I had a towel over my head.
Yeah, you were the most clothed at the pool.
Yeah, I was wearing a sweatshirt and long
What
pants.
if you're like, JT, you see that girl, right? Oh, that perfect looking girl with the huge ass. Yeah, I see her.
Yeah, that's probably closer to what my head was saying at
But
the
he was
time.
like, who? Where? What? There's a girl here?
I also don't want to give her the satisfaction. You know what I mean?
She worked hard for that body.
No, of course. I admire the final product, but I don't want her to think that just because she's hot that's all there is.
I mean, sometimes there is. I was talking to Chelsea Skidmore, and she was telling me how she was like, it's so weird. I got a free personal trainer at Equinox for like 6 months. I can give you his number. I was like, Chelsea, I don't look like you. He's not going to give me free workouts. She's like, it's so weird. I got a free purse. It's so weird. I'm like, it's not weird. You're a very hot girl.
But that guy's sacrificing so much time and work.
Not really. He works at Equinox. Like, personal trainers, they don't have hours and hours. He just told her when he was free, and he worked out with her for free. Because he wanted to see her work out.
What's Chelsea's fiance think about that?
This was a while ago.
Oh,
this was like years ago. But because it was in New York. So she's like, oh, I'll give you his number. Maybe he'll train with you for free. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to go for that.
Don't sell yourself short. You could get a month or two.
You could maybe one day a week.
You could get
get a free trial.
They have a mandatory free session. My legend of the week is Cedric. He's a waiter at the Mission Viejo Nordstrom's Cafe. I've been going there. I've been going there for like a decade. Thank you. He is the nicest human being I've ever met. Every time I see him, I just try to check in with him because he brightens my day. I'll be like, "What's up, man? How you doing?" He goes, "Oh, me? I'm very good. Having a good day. Happy to be here. Do you need anything?" And I'm like, it almost seems like he's doing a bit. And I'll be like, "Are you effing with me?" But he's not. He's just a genuine, sweet guy who loves doing his job. And it's like, I don't know. It's I think about him a lot because I went back there recently and I saw him and I was like, "Dude, how are you so nice?" And he was like, "I just think it's important to be nice and be a good Christian." And I was like, "Oh, that's really sweet." I was like, "Is your family nice?" He's like, "Yeah, my sister's nice. She has her moments." And yeah, he just
I think he has Asperger's.
he might have something, but whatever it is, he's making the best of it. And Cedric, I just want you to know I really appreciate you, man. I know everybody who goes to that Nordstrom's Cafe appreciates you, and thank you for being such a good model of kindness. You're a beast, man. And he does it. I've been there a million times, and he has never once deviated from being just ultra kind. And anyone else who goes there, reach out to me because I'd love to talk about him. Yeah, so Cedric, thanks. You're a legend, dog.
What up, Cedric?
Nice. Way to go, Cedric.
Who's your beef of the week, Hannah?
I mean, we've had some pretty big beefs this week, JT.
Who, us?
Yeah,
I'm your beef of the week?
I guess. Or, I did. What about Floyd Mayweather and 50 Cent? That's a pretty.
That's a
big
good beef.
It's good beef.
Beef of the week. I love 50 Cent. 50 Cent. I don't know how to say it. Curtis. Love Curtis. And I think Floyd Mayweather is, he abuses women, so I'm not a big fan of him. But I thought their beef was pretty funny. And I found out that Floyd Mayweather can't read. I did not know that. I mean, I'm not surprised by it.
But he had a hilarious response. That last time 50 Cent was like, Floyd Mayweather can't read, and Floyd Mayweather went on TV and he's like, "Yeah, but I can count money," and he just fanned out like $1 million on camera.
It's so funny because he was like, my watch is worth more than 50 Cent, like his whole net worth. But he was saying he's a loser because I'm just going to call him Curtis because I sound so white. So Curtis is only worth $20 million. And I was like, I wish I was a loser.
Really?
Only worth $20 million.
I
Yeah.
thought he was worth like a couple $100 million because of vitamin water or something
So
like that.
he was. And then on the internet said it dropped to $20 million. I guess he lost a lot of money. It doesn't say how, but.
Like Will Chamberlain said, athletes get paid a lot, but we spend a lot.
Yeah, I kind of spend like an athlete too. Since I just started working and getting like a regular paycheck and like getting like bumps for things, I bought a Gucci fanny pack. I can't afford it. I got a personal trainer.
Do you get a lot
I'm still fat.
Do you get a lot of miles out of the Gucci fanny pack?
I do, and I do get comments on it, and they're not always positive, but I've seen a couple Victoria's Secret models wear it, so.
Nice.
Fanny packs are in, dude. They're
I
coming
know.
back.
I got
love
two.
Yeah, I love fanny packs.
And I get drunk a lot, so I leave a lot of shit. So it's so easy when it's attached to me.
Dude, yeah. Oh, that's a good call.
Yeah, I
But
never
where's your
lose
stuff?
shit.
Look at the fanny pack, dude.
I wear a backpack and a fanny pack sometimes at the same time.
Yeah. Oh,
It feels like overkill, but
Yeah. Do you also
Yeah.
just sleep on Venice Boardwalk?
Yeah, I'm always wondering what is in your backpack.
I always have a notebook. I always have a book. I always have like all my medications. I have notes I write to myself that I like to keep on me at all times to like check in on because they're like just like positive like messages. And then I got a couple dildos, handgun, and a little crown made of leaves that like
cool.
Caesar would wear.
Nice. I feel like an adult with backpack, there's got to be drugs in it, at least every adult with a backpack. There's some form of drugs.
Yeah, some like whether it be medication
Yeah,
or
whatever.
hardcore narcotics. Yeah, there's something in there to alter your reality.
Yeah.
You know, it's certainly true of my backpack. Yeah, because I got some weed in there too.
As well as my own. What about you? What's your beef of the week?
My beef of the week is with. So I was gonna go.
It's in
So-
control of this podcast.
I liked it. It was good timing.
So I was but when I was gonna go meet you last night, I was trying to scooter to you. So I was scouring the town for a scoot, and I was just really itching for a good scoot, because like I love to just like get on my scoot and just let the wind flow, So I was walking to this one. Bird doesn't work at night. I'm sorry, Bird. I want to love you, but you guys have some problems you need to fix. One being, start running your scooters at night. Put some friggin' headlights on that dog. So I'm walking. I walked about 3/4 of a mile to get this lime scooter. I get there. I put like because I couldn't find it. I put like the alarm on it, so it was like ringing. So eventually I find it, and this couple walks up. They're already at the scooter. Like I'm like 50 feet away. Yeah. They just get to the scooter, and they're just like inspecting it, like they're just like complete rooks. You know, like they've never scooted in their lives. And I was just like, what the fuck? I was like, do you guys have that scooter? And the girl goes, she just looks at me like all dismissive. Yeah. And I was I couldn't help it. I was like, fuck. I just walked away, and I was like watching them as I was walking away to see what they were doing. They're just looking at it and going in like circles. I'm like, that's my mode of transpo, you know? Like, the fuck you doing?
I like that fuck that you let out, though.
It was a big fuck.
Well, because you're just letting out, like, you're not hiding the fact that it hurt that you didn't get that.
It really
that
hurt
scooter.
me. It really hurt me, you know, because like I was planning on riding it, and I was gonna ride it hard, and then these just rookies come in, just inspect it. Probably gonna go get a freaking ice cream on it, you know, and
something
just
adorable but fattening.
Yeah, I love ice cream. I don't know why I said that.
Ice cream is one of the happy things on that list.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking good.
They should put sprints on that list. I digress.
Were you able to find a scooter?
Yeah, I had to walk like another mile.
It's one of the most disappointing things about the scootering.
Especially when people get who you just like, you can tell they just don't appreciate it. You know, it's like, where's your gratitude? You have no gratitude for your scoot. You know, if you're gonna be a scooter rider, you need to like friggin' scoot. You know, don't just like look at it and then be dismissive towards other scoot riders and just like take it around for circles and be like, oh, isn't this new? Isn't this cute? No, it's a mode of transportation, and it's really fun, and it should be taken seriously. And if you're gonna take it in front of someone, maybe you should be like, hey, yeah, I'm sorry, I did come to this scooter, but I promise you I will ride it well. I will ride it hard, and it will get to me where I need to go, and I won't be a dick about it.
Yeah, the machine wants to move.
Yeah.
The way you just described scooting, it did sound like you were fucking.
Well,
that's cool.
You have to ride it hard.
Same thing.
You have to get where you want to go.
Well, he brings that same energy to everything.
No, and I respect that, and that's what I love about Chad.
Thank you.
Well, I'm sorry that happened to you.
Thanks.
My beef of the week is with the marketing campaign behind the second season of the Netflix show Glow. I love the show Glow. Super fun. Great characters. Good comedy. Fun soundtrack. Good, whatever. But I just don't like. I'm driving. I see the billboard for it, and it says it's all the girls on like a limousine, and they're all in their poses. That's all well and good. But then it has the tagline, "The girls are back in town." So it's obviously a play on the Thin Lizzy song, "The boys are back in town." And I just I get that we live in a culture where the expectation is that most stories are about guys, and this is different because it's about women. But you're making it about guys by referencing a song that's about guys and then changing it to girls. You're basically admitting that the standard is dudes. Like, why not just pick a song that's all about women, or pick a tagline that doesn't allude to men at all, so we can just celebrate these women rather than think about the fact that it would normally be men. It's like, just
I disagree with you.
Bring it.
No, I think it's just playing off that song, but it's changing it to women to make it fun and like, it's not like, oh, this means that this is because it's wrestling for girls. No, I think it's just a fun tagline.
No, but if it was just a fun tagline, wouldn't they have picked a song?
But then that would be the song. A song about girls wouldn't be a play on the song, because it would be that you can't use that title.
But switching it from boys to girls is a very specific kind of meaning.
I think you're overthinking it.
Well, have you seen the show, though? A lot of it is about like gender roles and stuff.
Yeah, it is. But so it's whatever. I don't think it's bringing it back to men at all.
I don't know. I think a lot of the of the I mean, I don't appreciate you disagreeing with me, but I think that a lot of the marketing that we see for like a lot of female driven entertainment does make reference to the fact that like this is a new time and that now it's a time for like a female story. But I think like show me, don't tell me, like just put it into the, and I'm not blaming the artists because they're not in charge of the marketing campaign, but put it into the content of the story, like Mad Max or Moana, like these great female driven stories that do kind of reference like, you know, whatever the male situation has been for our existence, but they don't like bash you over the head with it. And I just, not that Glow did that with their marketing, but I just even think those kind of subtle, playful like references to it kind of take away from how great the actual product is.
Yeah, I think you're overthinking it.
Maybe, but I mean, I think my analysis is maybe
I want
on
to
the
switch
money.
my beef of the week because now I want it to be my beef. You know, I don't want it to be Fiddy's beef.
We do both, but go ahead. What's your new beef?
Oh, my beef is with my soul cycle instructor, Meg. She's a huge bitch. And she's just one of those people that her music's not that good, but she's such a mean teacher. I'm like, all right, if you're going to be mean, you better have fucking bomb-ass hits. Like, you better...
How's she mean?
Like, there was a new guy, and she's like, hey, new guy, you, like, listen to me, when the person was trying to help him set up on his bike. And then I was drinking water when we were going to the next song, and she's like, don't sit down. And I was like, I need water. Like, sorry. My fat ass is out of shape, and this song sucks.
What
like,
song was it?
I don't even know. I hate... Oh, and the other... I just think if you're going to be motivating someone, you should be motivating and you shouldn't be a bitch about it. But if you are going to be a bitch, you better have a fucking motivated song behind you to push me to keep going. Like, I don't want to hear fucking Mumford & Sons while I'm trying to climb up a hill.
All right, guys, let's get into the questions. This is the meat of the pod. Hey guys, my name is Colby. So I find myself in a ditch that is me less than stoked. My dad walked in on me boning. Normally this would make me pump so he would know that I deliver the dong. But what really bummed me out was you said I suck at boning. I mean, you always hope you bone well, but to hear your old man tell you that you deliver lackluster pipe work is a severe blow to my manhood. Any advice to work through this?
I mean, if your dad's telling you don't know how to lay pipe, you're clearly terrible.
I think dads can just be hard on their kids sometimes.
Yeah, maybe his dad sets high standards. Maybe he's like Joe Jackson. He's like, look, I have a dream for you. I want you to see it through. I want you to get signed by the Barry Gordy of laying pipe. Put some effort in, dog.
How old is Cody?
Study.
He didn't say. I'm going to assume he's in his teens.
He's like, you know what? Study up on it. Maybe read the Tantra. Maybe, you know. But Colby,
Maybe start with a fleshlight.
Yeah.
You know, work the hips.
Colby, I'd be curious if your partner's having a good time. I would worry about them primarily and your dad secondarily. But I know it can be hard.
Yeah, but if it's a 15-year-old girl, she doesn't know she's having a good time. She's probably not.
Well, then they'll learn together.
Okay, then yeah, that's... So you can't learn from his partner. She's like, I don't know if this feels good. I didn't know if I had sex until like the 20th time.
You can't learn from your partner?
I don't think so.
How do you learn how to bone then?
I don't know. Figure it out.
I think Colby, my man, I would say, dude, don't take it too personally. Your dad may just be messing with you or something. You know, it's a bummer that he's clowning on the way you pipe, but you know what? Like that's, I would just, you know, I would just like, hey, dude, you know, maybe say something to your dad, be like, you know, that's not very nice. Maybe if you're gonna clown on me for the way I, bone down, maybe. You know, maybe you could give me some pointers, Dad, if you're going to be that harsh.
Yeah,
you know?
I would say you should ask your dad, nicely, of course, if you could watch your dad bone your mom. Then you could know exactly, you know, learn his moves.
That might be a little bit intense, but I mean, you would learn a lot.
Yeah, but he would learn a lot, and then he would have something to look at, and then his father, he could give direct, you know, like give direct directions instead of just criticizing him totally.
Yeah,
he could give him pointers while he's doing it.
You
learn by doing.
I knew a lot of coaches' kids who were like great at their sport, but their dad was like so demanding of their excellence that they felt like they were not as good as they were. I mean, if you're already pumping at a young age, man, I think you're ahead of the curve. I think you're on a good trajectory to be a top-notch fucker.
Yeah, you don't really need to be good at fucking, I feel like, until after college, really.
Yeah, so
People are getting married later.
And how long did your dad watch the whole thing? Like, did he watch you to completion? Did he see the cuddle afterwards? Like, there's
Yeah.
other components.
If
Maybe
Colby's
he's taking a
15,
break.
I'm sure it didn't
Yeah.
take longer than 5 minutes.
Maybe he was taking a
Yeah.
break. I mean, you never know with kids. The kids in porn these days, it can really mess with your boner. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could have been just a long sesh. And
Why
he
don't
wasn't
you
making
ask your
progress.
partner how it was? Tell her, be like, I just want to know 1 to 10, how was it?
But make sure you come at it with like where she doesn't feel obligated to answer in a way just to protect your feelings. So you have to really bring.
But if a guy would ask me, I wouldn't protect his feelings.
Yeah, but I don't think everyone's the same.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say my man Colby. Dude, just take this in a positive way, take it as a chance to, don't let your dad get you down. Take it as a chance to learn how to improve on, piping. Cause you'll get there, dude. Just, maybe watch some videos, read some books. I'd say there's always room to grow. You will be good at boning, dude. You will be just like a king at it because you're at this age. You're already getting critiqued, so you're on a good trajectory to, just to really deliver the goods. So just keep learning, keep growing.
I would even go a step farther and say, you're already there, dog. If you're boning, you're doing good.
When did you guys lose your virginities, Chad, JT?
24.
17.
Nice.
But she came.
Yeah,
She told you she came.
I think she came, right?
Yeah.
She came.
Didn't you get a hotel room?
Yeah.
She probably came over that.
Yeah, I set it up nicely. Well, and there had been so much buildup because we'd been dating for a couple months. So at that point, I think it wouldn't even have taken much to get there because
Nice.
we were both so excited. And we'd already told each other we loved each other. I've talked about it a lot. I've probably romanticized it too much.
Nice.
Yeah. But I've always had pretty good results with that stuff.
You're saying that to someone you have had sex with.
Yeah. Hey, Sultans of Stoke, Jim here. There's this lady I've been trying to woo. She works at the Froyo shop down the street. I try to engage in some playful teasing, tell her to stay away from the Reese's, because she really should start watching her figure and joking that the liquid marshmallow reminded me of cum and makes me picture the two of us boning. She hasn't seemed to respond ideally to my playful jabs. Any tips on what to say? All right, dude.
First of all, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
You're telling a girl to watch her figure?
Yeah.
I don't even want to give this guy advice. He's an asshole.
I think that's fair. And I wouldn't consider any of the things you said playful jabs. I'm surprised you even know that phrase considering the tenor of the conversations you're having. I would advise you to read more and to take a break from talking to women for a couple months and just reassess.
Yeah, find out who your dad is.
Yeah, ask. What? You think you have to be fatherless to be that kind of maniac?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Like, this kid is a monster.
I would think someone raised by
However-
women would be more sensitive. Yeah. I think he was raised by like wolves or something.
Yeah, but he may just be a little bit misguided. I wouldn't throw him under the bus completely.
Yeah, he's not beyond redemption.
He's
Yeah,
trying.
that's
He's
true.
trying
And
to,
the marshmallow cum
he's-
thing. If a guy's
He's trying to
cum was
engage.
like marshmallow, I would swallow.
He's trying. Dude, good point.
But
Maybe
God,
he
but
could
let's
say-
not encourage him either. Let's make sure we steer him towards an apology
But
towards
he's-
the young lady.
He wants to engage in playful teasing, which I think it can be fun. You just have to know how to do it. If you can say, hey, that Reese's is gonna make you a fucking, swamp donkey. That's not really playful.
Because you need to work on your figure?
I would say playful teasing is like a black belt move, and this guy's doing it with like negative white belt skill.
Yeah.
And he build up to it. First, I think he should just go for not saying anything to anyone for a while and just read the room.
Tease
Yeah.
is like, why do you work at this yogurt shop, you fucking loser? That's less rude than you need to watch your figure.
Again, Hannah's playful teasing is closer to this guy than the ideal, I think.
Yeah, what does
before.
this guy look like? He kind of sounds hot.
But
Kind of sounds like my type.
But the figure comment aside, what's your take on the marshmallow and jizz comment?
Also disgusting. A person I don't know is like, oh, this looks like my cum. I'd be like, dude, be more creative. That being said, I would love to get ice cream after this if you guys are free. And I'm hungry for some froyo.
We do have something, but maybe we could squeeze it in.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you guys have?
A meeting.
With who?
The director of Get Sent. our hit clip show.
Oh, nice.
You might be familiar with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
The surf world loves it.
We're the toast of the town. Dude, I have a topic I'm curious about. I'd love to hear about it on the pod. So does losing your virginity have to be something special, or can it be just something you do? I lost mine while her dad made some mean-ass crab legs, but it wasn't super romantic. Doesn't sound bad, though. It was a loft, so I could hear him cooking while it went down. Also, fuck Puzio. Puzio's a kid I fought in high school. And I'd love to hear Joe's take on this. I don't know the email for the pod, by the way, and could you keep me anonymous? Thanks, bro. Yeah, because Joe and I talked about this, and this kid was, like, worried about losing his virginity, and I told him not to stress about it, but Joe gave him the other side of the advice poll and was like, go for it now. You got to get this thing done. Get it out of the way.
I completely agree with Joe. I think a virginity is it's like, you know, it's like having your first In-N-Out burger. It's like, just get it out of the way.
But getting your first In-N-Out burger,
Not that big of a
that's
deal.
a nice way to... No, it's special.
I don't think so, because you're gonna have In-N-Out burgers for the rest of your life.
But don't you always have a great time every time you go to In-N-Out?
Not really. The line's very long, and I leave with the UTI.
You're bringing
every
more reality
time.
to this situation for sure. I think I over romanticize. I just think if something can be special, and you treat it like special, your life's more fun if you treat these things like they're special, and they can lose meaning sometimes. So it's
Yeah,
nice
but
to
I think
keep
if
meaning
you-
around
it's
these.
like Christmas or your birthday. It's like if you put so much into it and put such high expectations,
Yeah,
you're gonna
I
be
did that to myself.
disappointed.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's like, yeah, I don't know. I lost mine like ripping off a Band-Aid, and I don't regret it.
But he could make it super fun, you know, put on some Barry White and just sort of like...
Not with the dad below.
I think this
Oh, that's
experience
right.
actually is more special. Like, you'll remember something like that fondly, I think. Like the fact that the dad was below making crab legs and then you had him later, like that's not a bad experience by any stretch. Especially, I mean, I'd like to know more about the gal and what your guys' sitch is, but I guess I lost it at 24, and I actually think it was like the best thing that could have happened to me now. Like I think about that Rascal Flatts song, God Bless the Broken Road That Led Me to You. Like it was just it sucked on the way there, but I think I'm a better person for it. Even though I'm a sex addict who has a porn addiction and has had horribly unfulfilling sex with people I didn't really care about too.
No, and I think it's great, and I think your story's great because now you're with, you know, that person, and it's awesome. But can I say that?
Yeah, please.
But I don't think it's that big of, as someone, I don't regret how I lost my virginity.
Yeah, it's like it is a big deal, and it feels like a big deal, but it's really not.
Yeah,
But it is cool.
I mean, now that I'm saying it, though, maybe if I did lose my virginity in a romantic, loving way, maybe I wouldn't be such a... Never mind.
I just want people to know it's okay if you're a virgin. Like, you're not a freak. Like, there's a lot of super cool people who are virgins for a while, and it's okay. Like, you don't have to do it at the top of the Empire State Building your first time. But like, if you haven't had the right situation yet, don't feel like it has to happen, or you're not gonna like grow up and be a happy person.
Yeah, I think, yeah, definitely. Also, if you, I don't know.
And some dudes who get it super early and who get into like pot super early in high school, they never leave high school because they got everything they needed early and they're like, I'm out. And then they just kind of like stay in like a stunted development.
Yeah.
I mean, I think me not getting laid for a while probably made me a little ambitious.
I think it's just whatever you feel, but I think it shouldn't be something you have to do. You don't feel like, I've never met someone I think virgins are cool.
Yeah, if you're at a bar and you meet like a hot guy or a regular guy, but you like him and he says he's a virgin, what do you think?
I have taken a guy's virginity. He was 26.
Did you like him?
Or
Or were you like, I just got to do this dude a solid?
I didn't know he was a virgin. I found out later. Well, I knew in the moment, but
Could you really tell?
yeah. But he was very rude to me after.
Oh, really?
I think, and
He became a douchebag instantly
Yeah.
after. He was like, man,
Yeah.
I got to get more of this pussy stuff.
Yeah, it was such an asshole to me. And I was like, dude. And then I found out he was a virgin. And that's when it pissed me off. I was like, you're such a dick. I figured as much. But I don't know. I if a guy was like, oh, I'm a virgin, I would be like, I'm like, okay. If I like them enough, who cares?
Before I got...
And they're clean.
That's what I was going to say. Before I got with the girl I lost my virginity to, who's my girlfriend now, My friend had just gotten herpes, and I was talking to another girl about it, and I was like, I feel so disgusting being a virgin. Like, I'd rather have herpes. And she was like, are you kidding me? She was like, no girl thinks that way. Every girl would rather be with a virgin than with a guy who has herpes. But I was so thwarted and twisted in my thinking. I thought being a virgin was less than having herpes.
Not at all. Yeah, no,
There might be boys out there who still think that.
no, and they shouldn't. Even in New York, I feel like every person I met has herpes, so I'm so weird about having sex. Like, I do not sleep with people in New York because I feel like everyone has herpes. So if I were to meet a virgin in New York, I'd be like, hell yeah, let's get married. Let's do this.
Yeah, clean.
Yeah. Put it anywhere, you know? It's fresh dick,
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, exactly.
you know?
Keep yourself clean, fellas. All right, dudes, love the pod. I would entrust nobody but you two with this heavy question. One of my best bros, Billy, is in real deep with this girl. They started dating after a female succubus stole his heart and he was in a dark place. Our crew never really took to her, but he assumed he would figure it out and move on after a while once he got his stoke levels back up. However, the situation has gotten out of control and he's in way too deep. We were hammering Beam and sodas and White Claw seltzer one afternoon, and he told us he was thinking about marrying her. We know Billy cares about her, so we've given her a tons of chances to show her true babe within, but we just aren't seeing it. It's at this point where we're sometimes avoidant because we know she's part of the package. She's mean or anything. The problem is she's not mean or anything. The problem is she just doesn't bring much to the table. It's hard to even have a conversation with her. It's like her ears don't connect to her brain or something. Even worse, when they aren't together, our boy Billy has to check in with her every hour or so, or she gets upset. Here's the problem. We haven't told her how we feel about her and don't know how to proceed. On the one hand, it's gone too far, and if we weren't going to express our feelings, we probably should have done it like 2 years ago when they started hooking up. On the other hand, it's our obligation to save our bro from this dull, stoke, smothering girl, or at least let him know how we feel, right? He's going to be crushed if we tell him we're secretly dislike this girl the entire time. Please help.
It's a tough one. I feel like with girls, every time I tell a girl I hate her boyfriend, it just ruins our relationship. If you really like someone, if you're in love with someone, again, it goes back to that story of the porn star. You don't care what other people think. You're so infatuated with this person.
And you're kind of like, I've been in this position too. You're disrespecting their choice. You have to like support them in what they choose because it's ultimately what they want.
Yeah, and I think if you distance yourself and don't invite him when she's there or whatever, he'll start being like, well, why, you know?
He'll do the math on his own.
Yeah.
So you think that's a better route?
I think telling him we don't like your girlfriend, it's because I don't know if he's going to respond to that. He's not going to, clearly he likes her a lot if he's calling her every hour. So he's not going to be like, oh, okay, bye. It's going to hurt your relationship with him. Yeah. So if they're trying to keep him in their lives, they should not tell him. I think. That's my opinion.
I agree.
I think you need to,
just love him.
Yeah, I've been through this with a lot of my friends, and I've lost a friend from it, and then my friend and I had a really tough time, and finally I just accepted it. I still do not like her boyfriend, but whatever. It's not my life.
Yeah, I think that's smart. Because you're inclined to say, dude, get your head out of your ass, but
it never works.
That's not gonna fix the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So just let him figure out. You know, it's his life. Let him figure it out on his own. And you think that distancing yourself,
I think,
is a proven method?
Well, it's just like they'll be like, "What's not totally shutting him out?" But
yeah, there's like a respectful way you can do it. Where like if it's like a guy's night,
it's just kind of the boys.
But like you don't want to excommunicate him because of his partner. Because here's the other thing: once all these other dudes get linked up with a girl, a lot of you guys aren't going to like each other's girlfriends and stuff. You're just going to have to learn how to maneuver through it. Mm-hmm. I think be the change you want too. If you want him to like be cooler, just act cooler, and then hopefully he'll like what you're modeling and try to follow suit.
Yeah.
Have you dudes ever lost your stoke to bone? Like, have you ever just boned so much that cat no longer appeals as much and falls down your ladder of priorities? I've boned my stoke away and need to know how to regain it. Help, bros. Good problem to have.
Yeah. Yeah, I've lost my stoke to bone for like a day.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
What's a stoked bone?
Like you're amped to like.
Hannah's a nerd.
You're amped to fornicate. You're psyched to like lay pipe. You're like.
I got it.
Do you?
Yeah. Do you? Your excitement.
Have you ever lost your enthusiasm for fucking?
You're asking if I've ever gone dry.
Or I've just decided to go dry, not guys stopped hooking up with you.
Yeah.
Right, but it comes back. It's not
Yeah.
anything to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I know what to do, dude. If you lost your stoke to bone, do some activities that'll raise your T levels. You know, stop
Great call.
watching porn too. No jagging
Yoga.
off. Yoga. Do squats. Get in the sun. It's summer.
Watch Troy.
Watch Troy. Watch 300. Although that might, yeah.
No, gay stuff helps. Because, like, dude, the most horny I ever got was when you and Jared took me to that gay bar where all the guys were dancing, and there's so much display of outward sexuality. I was, like, fucking horned up for a week after that. Because everybody's just fucking frolicking in sex.
Free, open.
The freeness of it.
Yeah. So, dude, raise your T levels. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah. I think it's healthy to not want to have sex all the time.
Yeah. I love that, like, he's boned so much that it's like he wants to do other stuff. It's like, try other stuff then.
Yeah.
See what that does
Seems
for
like
you.
a pretty good problem to have, if you ask me.
Yeah, the virgins who listen to the pod are like, trade me a little bit of that, and I'll trade you some of my hobbies. I'll trade you some of my building model airplanes.
Yeah.
But you know what? Model airplanes are fucking sweet, dude. I like people who are into stuff.
Dude, we should go paintballing again.
So fun. Hannah, we went paintballing. Chad and I destroyed. I mean, granted, it was a lot of like preteens,
But we really fucked them.
but we fucked them up, dude. And it was really good bonding because we were like,
Such good bond.
How horny were you after?
Dude, I
super
was
horny.
I was like,
Yeah.
I felt like a warrior.
I mean, we were horny before. I mean, we checked in with each other the whole
Dude,
time. We were like,
right.
hey, are you hornier now or were you horny earlier?
Was
Yeah.
it the preteens that you were with?
No.
No.
It was
no.
being in charge of whether they live or
No,
die.
when I shot that kid in the face, nothing can really compare to that.
And we were like charging. I mean, some people have said we talk too much about the paintballing, but to them I would say try it, you know?
Yeah.
I really
Did
can't.
people say that?
My girlfriend.
Oh, well,
I talked about it for like an hour when I got home though. And
Oh,
I
oh,
literally
oh.
like kicked down the door and I was like, babe, I killed 30 people today.
yeah.
She was like trying to relax and watch like Real Housewives on the laptop. And I was like,
Yeah.
honey. So he was running down the left flank and then Chad was supporting me through the bus trap. And she was like, yeah, cool. And I was like,
she'll never understand.
I'd like to
Until
get her
she-
out there because she's a good athlete. So I
Yeah.
know she'll do good work. But she, you know, she's not, like a lot of females, she's not super into paintballing.
Would you go?
No. Because I hate losing more than I like winning. So
Dude, I find that with a lot of gals. Gals are more competitive than guys in my experience.
yeah, I'm very competitive. That's why I
We-
will never have a threesome.
Well, you got
And that's why I date ugly guys, because I just
you got to put yourself out there. Shoot some kids in the fucking face.
All right, here we go. What's up, bro chachas? Big fan of the pod. I'm a Cali bro stuck in the Middle East for 6 months, and your positive vibes and witty banter has kept my stoke meter higher than giraffe pussy. Got some wit there yourself, sir. Hearing you speak of poke bowls and rainbow flip-flops, fucking A, makes me feel like I'm not too far from home. I'm facing a bit of an ethical dilemma and was hoping you bros would weigh in. As you can imagine, several months without SoCal babes can take a toll on a guy, and the occasional self-service is inevitable. However, my own imagination just won't do it for me anymore, and I can't get my hose pressurized without some sort of visual aid. Unfortunately, my beloved P-Hub and all other promiscuous websites are blocked through the only internet access available on the base. That leaves my final avenue for arousal to be tantalizing pictures posted on IG from girls I went to high school with. I know this is a victimless crime, but it still feels wrong. Should I keep repping toe curls to the thought of Sarah from 12th grade calculus class vacuuming my pork sword? Or just suck it up and slam tush when I get home? Thanks in advance. You guys rock. P.S. Please make a Strider a regular on the pod. Dude is a legend. I think Strider's going to be once a month at least.
At
Yeah.
least.
And then, you know, it's hard because he rips so hard. I'm like, leave some meat on that bone for me, dog.
Yeah.
But to your dilemma, dude, I totally get. I appreciate your honesty and coming forth about this. I don't think it's something you should feel shame about. But I do think that sometimes when I'm trying to just jay off from visuals, like from my own head, it won't work because I keep cycling back to the same 3 or 4 scenarios. But if I really get creative, I can find something to jay off to. So I would say just keep wading into the imagination, and you'll surprise yourself and become a more effective thinker because of it. So you'll kind of be killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
maybe
So,
meditate before.
yeah, go deeper.
Yeah. I would keep plugging away at that imagination. The more creativity you use, the more creative you'll get. And yeah, I don't think you want to, dude. Porn. I don't think porn is very good for you. So I think the more you can stay off it, the better off you'll be.
Agreed.
So I think using that imagination, that'll make everything better. So just keep plugging at it. You do some mental workouts. You know, get creative in your dome, dog. You know, start start incorporating ass play. Maybe develop a foot fetish. Maybe just think about different toys you can use. Really get creative with it, so that when you come back and you're ready to just get down, you can really just like do it in like an awesome way that's super creative. Yeah.
Tom, I feel like you have Chad, I feel like you have the weirdest imagination for porn. I imagine it's like anime. That's a compliment,
well, yeah, it is.
by the way.
Thank you. It is anime, so you got me.
Good, nice.
Anime buds.
What up, Chad and JT? My name's Catherine, and my mom doesn't approve of me watching Fast and Furious. She thinks that if I watch, I'll start speeding when I whip in my range. How do I convince her to let me watch it? I love Paul Walker too. Help.
You have a Range Rover?
Yeah.
Use some cross references. Be like, well, I've watched Shooter with Mark Wahlberg. Do you see me sniping?
I just think if I had a Range Rover, I'd be super careful all the time.
Tell your mom that you'll take steps to remind you to not drive fast. What I used to do is put a picture of my therapist's newborn baby in my car because I have a heavy foot and I lost my license because of it. And I'd put the picture of the baby up by the speedometer. And then anytime I hit the gas, I would see the baby. And I'd be like, do I really want to like be responsible for maybe hurting someone this adorable? And that kept me from getting too fast.
That's smart. Be proactive. Be like, Mom, this is what I'm going to do. Just please let me watch Paul Walker.
Yeah.
Maybe get like one of those babies that they give you in family life class and just throw it in the back seat. Get really creative with that.
And we love how much you want to watch Fast and the Furious. So I think you got to take those steps to show your mom that it's worth that much to you to watch that great film.
For sure. Is that it?
Guys, I think that's it.
Guys, that is it for episode 29 of the Going Deep in Chad JT podcast. Thank you guys so much for writing in, for being stokers, for just, being awesome dudes. So check out bonus content at our Patreon, patreon.com/ChadGoesDeep. Keep writing in, leave us a review. And yeah, you guys want to say anything?
Hannah, thanks so much for doing the pod.
Thanks for having me, guys. I love hanging out. I miss hanging out.
What's with deep?